day I went through my channel and I started making some playlists, and I realized one playlist I didn't have was a playlist designed for first-time travelers. So like a boss, I made a playlist and I put it on my channel homepage. The playlist will be linked down below. And then I realized what video would go perfect with this. Then I thought, what video is missing from this playlist? And then it came to me, 10 destinations perfect for first-time travelers. It's a question I get a lot, so let's get into it. So I'm basing all of these countries off of comfort, a slight lack of serious culture shock or language barrier, and some people I know go to India for their first ever trip alone abroad and stuff, and they love it. They get a lot of culture shock, but they love it. But I'm just picking those that are easier, in a sense, to get around, more infrastructure, less of a language barrier, and just countries where you can really get into the traveling vibe. Let's go through some western-y countries. Australia has to be number one. It is huge for first-time travelers, and for a reason. Everyone speaks English. Now, may I just point out, I know not everyone speaks English as a first language, and I will get onto that later. Australia's infrastructure for tourism and travellers is just so easy, you are not going to struggle whatsoever. Jumping on buses, cheap flights, and trains to get around. Sure, it's pretty expensive to get there, it's pretty expensive to live there, that's why a lot of people go on working holiday visas, that way they can earn money whilst they're there. Second one, that's not too far from that, is New Zealand. Very similar to Australia in terms of language and infrastructure and prices. New Zealand also offers a working holiday visa for people under 30. Now, I have done a video on different countries such as Japan and stuff that offer working holiday visas. I will link that up for you. Then another Western country where language, if you speak English as first language, will not be a problem is the USA. And I'm also probably going to throw Canada in with this one as well. If you're going to do the USA, then road trip it in a camper van is probably the best way to go. It's the best way I've read about when I ask people. The country's so massive. You and a few friends, why not jet out there, get a camper van or pitch in together, or go it solo? It all depends on your budget. Again, America has a really good infrastructure for tourism. Shockingly enough, for number 4 in Western countries, I'm going to put the UK on there. A lot of people only want to go to the UK on their Europe tour to go to London. And okay, yeah, London's great. Camden Town is really cool with the markets and the waterside bars. And you know, there is a lot of cool stuff in London, but you know where there's some also really cool stuff? Outside of London. Seriously, you cannot judge England or Great Britain as a whole, because it is pretty great on what you find in London. Go up to Northern Wales, not have a clue of what they're saying, so that's kind of like knocking out the easy language barrier, because they do speak Welsh in Wales. If you're going to go to the UK, please get out of London. Go to Stratford-upon-Avon, which is like really close to Birmingham. It's where Shakespeare was born. It's like typical England, Stratford. Go to Warwick Castle. If you want to see real England, like proper Britain, go to some of these places like Warwick, or you can go to Sussex. It's not far from London really, and it's just so picturesque. It's very queeny. It's very queeny. And I want to kind of include Europe as a whole as places to go. Now, this is kind of like, you will have a language barrier in Europe, but a lot of people do speak English, even just a bit, in pretty much any country in Europe. Doing a tour around Europe, or just going to a few countries, or just one country, you'll find it super easy. The train network, the bus network, flying around Europe, if you saw my video the other day, is so ridiculously cheap. So it's really good for budget conscious. Try and stick east if you're really budget conscious, because west is pretty expensive, like, you know, like France, Germany, and places like that. Europe as a whole is fantastic for first-time travelers. Let's move on to Asia. Thailand. Thailand is one of the most popular destinations in Asia for first-time travelers and travelers as a whole. You don't get a massive culture shock coming to Thailand, but you will get a really good level of culture shock, which I do recommend for people. As the point of you traveling to a foreign country is to get somewhat of a culture shock, but it's not too intense in Thailand. Far from Thailand is Vietnam. So 6, Vietnam. Vietnam is fantastic because a lot of people, actually their English is not bad at all. So if language is a problem and you're really worried about communicating, you're going to be fine in really any of these countries I'm recommending. Vietnam has very varied landscapes. You've got the big cities of Ho Chi Minh and things like that. Then you've got beautiful coastal line, which you can jump on really cheap train rides like down the coast. I'll also leave a link for these country playlists. They're all on my channel if you want to catch up on some vlogs or some informational videos. Not far from Vietnam, or Thailand is Cambodia, and it's the reason a lot of people do Thailand, Laos, Vietnam and Cambodia is because they're all super close together. There's a really nice route you can take around all of them, and Cambodia is pretty special. It's super budget friendly. The English spoken is really good. We were super surprised. And you have the islands in Cambodia, which we still haven't been to, and you've also got the hustle and bustle, you've got the history, and it just kind of, Cambodia has a lot to offer and is super easy to get there and move around. Moving in at number 9, where we are right now is Malaysia. Now, a lot of people skip Malaysia. They go to Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia and all that kind of stuff, but they miss Malaysia, and Malaysia has a lot to offer. Getting around Malaysia is super easy, and because it was under British rule until not long ago, they speak a fantastic level of English. It's actually insane. The Malaysian people are so wonderful. Their hospitality is second to none. You've got islands like Langkawi, you've got the Eastern Islands as well, which we haven't been to. Then you've got places like Penang, which are covered in street art with loads of good street food. Then if you like the city, you've got Kuala Lumpur, which is like huge high-rise, Petronas towers, cheap Indian food that you eat with your hands, a quite expensive beer, but you can get a great beer and just watch this really bustling city go by. It's not that expensive and it shouldn't be missed if you're doing a trip to Asia for the first time. Now this last one is a little bit out there, but I'm going to put it up simply because for language, pretty good, we were surprised. Getting around, really not that difficult. Price, pretty good, a bit more expensive than Thailand, Vietnam and Cambodia, but it doesn't break the bank. And it's maybe for a little bit more of an adventurous time, and I'm gonna say the Philippines. Arriving in places like Manila, it can be a big culture shock. So if you're gonna do an Asian tour for your first ever trip away on your first time, then maybe do Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, or Malaysia, or a place like that first, then go to the Philippines. I can imagine it being a bit more of a culture shock if that's your first destination in Asia, because if you're flying into Manila or Cebu, it's gonna be mad. Alright, there's gonna be scams around every corner, people will hassle you, and it's gonna feel very Once you get out of the cities, you get down to the islands, you go to Coron or Palawan or Boracay, wherever you decide to go. We love the Philippines. It's very doable for a first-time traveler. They've got a decent amount of infrastructure. It is improving. But like I said, if you're going on a tour around Asia for your first trip away, then I would definitely put the Philippines in there as one of your destinations. So I talked a lot about English being spoken because I do get a lot of emails from people asking where's good for first-time travelers, where will I not have a huge language barrier. That's why I brought it up a lot. However, that's one of the most fun parts of traveling, is learning a few phrases or just a few words of a different language, and then you kind of see their eyes like twinkle when you say Swadika ka in Thailand, or Kapkun ka, or Terima kasih here in Malaysia, and they're just like, wow, you've said that. So don't let that put you off. Pretty much any of these destinations I said, if all you can speak is English, you'll be absolutely fine. But don't forget to throw yourself in there a little bit, you know, play with the language, learn about the culture a little bit and have fun. Now, if English is not your first language and that's one of the things you're worried about, then for example, if you speak Spanish, then there are lots of other countries in the world that also speak Spanish. The same for France. If you speak French, you go to places in Africa, you could go over to, okay, I know French Canadian is not the same as French, but you know where I'm going with this. If English isn't your first language, you might not be the only country in the world that speaks it, and if that's something that concerns you, then go where, you know, there's a certain level of comfort zone first-time travelers are looking for. And I can guarantee once you've been to one place, for example, if you go tour around Europe, you're going to be like, right, get me to China, get me to India. You'll just want to go and throw yourself in. This is for all those anxious first-timers who just don't know where to start. So I hope this video helped you out. Like I said, I did make a whole playlist perfect for first-time travelers. I'll link it down below. Let me know where you would say in the world is perfect for first-timers, where the culture shock isn't too massive, and where was your first place that you ever visited. Let me know down below, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye-bye.